You gotta. I know I don't have them on there. You gotta stop recommending it to me. What if you share it and it's like, who is this? Who is that? Asking a million questions. Ah. What is that? Oops. Ah. Oh, hello there. How's it going? How's it going, everyone? I was just like, what's it called? I was ranting at my phone because it was at every time I tried to like submit like the link for Blue Sky to put it like as a post. It's like, do you want to share it instead? And it's like, no, I'm not trying to share it. I'm trying to copy it so I can paste it. Hey, hello, how's it going? Hopefully everything's been good. I know that I was able to go on Sunday to a ball game. There's been a lot of baseball since it's like spring, so I've been getting like in the mood of the season. This is probably going to be this week is probably going to be the last week in at least a couple that I'm like streaming for like all 2 days because today I'm streaming my Paranormasight. Tomorrow I'm streaming uh what's it called? Paper Mario. But next week I won't be doing Paper Mario, and then the week after I won't be doing Paranormasight. But those are just because I have like events. Like like next week is some festival that I wanted to go to, and then the week after I have what's it called? I got invited by family to some expo. So I gotta go to that. But I think at least like by where I'm at least by probably wait, today's no, that's April. Yeah, and I think at least by like the second weekend of April, everything's a little more freer. But throughout March, I have a couple days where I'm just like, oh, I have a weekend off or a weekend away. I always feel bad. I try to be there as much as I can, or I try to be able to like do streams as much as possible. But usually that possibility is just the weekends. Ah, there we go. Sorry, I like froze a little bit. Oh, come on. Let me actually do a couple things. It is you. Ah, there we go. There's our boy, y'all. And one more thing, I gotta get my launcher up so that people can throw things at me. And I know, game. You're screaming at me, and you're like, I need my scary ambiance. But there is something that needs to be done before the scary ambiance is brought back in. There we go. Uremasuri. What? And there. Oh. Uh. Uh. Hold on a second. Come on. Gotta test out bananas. Ah. Oh, I gotta X out of it. Dang it. Sometimes it's just not shelling. I'm going hug shotgun her. Yeah, stop with the shotgun. What's it called? It's like no bad vibes. No, what's it called? No harming oneself. Ah, there we go. Alright, gotta get music on. This is the This is where the scares come in. Oh. Wait a second. Oh. Okay, it loads. Yeah, because this is all autosave. Okay. Shotaro. But it's my favorite instrument. What is it called? That's like the people that, what's it called, are like, or not the people, but like back in like the days when people used to fire cannons as like part of like the actual like music. And it would just be like, what's it called? We're just having to fire every single cannon to be able to sync it with like the percussion. Okay. Alright, I think I know what happened. This time. The 21 cannon. Or salute. Okay, so I'm in danger of being kicked out of my home and experimented on because I ate mermaids like 800 years ago. So, let's go to the bay. Oh, the 1812 overture, yeah. This is where we were supposed to meet Shotaro. Of course, nobody's gonna wait forever. Hello? Anybody home? Doesn't look like anyone's here. Guess we'll have to wait to talk to Tsuyu. Let's come back later. Now gotta Wakamura reference residence. Well, lecture my, what's it called, my foster dad. We gotta scream at him. Looks like Shotaro isn't home. Yeah, no one's here right now. Eek! Oh, it's just the phone. That scared me. I'll get it. Hello? Wakamura residence. You are the Wakamuras? Actually, no one from the Wakamura family's home right now. Do you mind calling back later?
Wait, really? Then that means you must be that immortal girl.
Huh? Sorry, I'm not sure what you mean. If this is a prank call, I'm hanging up. Something about his tone really irks me.
Ah, so this is where you've been hiding. Took me forever to find you.
Who is this?
Haha, my dear Osato. It's been a while.
He knows you. Looks like you've got the wrong number. Please double check the number and call again.
Whoa, hold it! Don't go waiting up on me, and don't hang up on me, you little shit. I know exactly who I'm talking to.
Sounds like he actually knows who you are, Sato. I think this might be our chance to get some new info. I got a really bad feeling about this.
So, my dear little Osato, I hear Unkakudono has got his eyes on you.
You're awfully well informed. Mind telling me who you are?
But of all the people out there, it was Unkakudono who found out. Damn, that geezer's gonna hunt you to the ends of hell, haha.
Who the hell are you? Tell me! Whoa, you're really getting fired up.
Hang on a minute. You're fucking serious? You don't remember me? For real? That's real harsh. After everything we had, All that passionate talk about our future together.
Wait, what? Come on, just because I don't remember you doesn't mean you need to start spouting nonsense.
You'll know if it's nonsense soon enough. And listen, I'm actually the one trying to help you out here, you know. Might want to hear me out.
What do you mean?
So this Inkaku Dono, he's a psycho old man funneling cash into researching immortality. If he gets his hands on you, you'll be strapped to a table in his lab while he cuts you open alive. He'll sit there watching as you die and regenerate, all as part of his fucked up experiments. And once you're all healed up, slice and dice again, rinse and repeat, over and over. Sound fun, huh?
That's straight up torture.
Even if your body's immortal, the pain is all real. Becoming a sacrificial guinea pig be nothing but hell on earth.
You sure know a lot about this.
Well, yeah, that's why you should come to me instead. Doesn't sound too bad, does it? Oh, Sato.
Huh?
I'll take you into my protection before you're handed over to Kakudono. All you need to do is shut up and do as you're told, woman.
Oh, hell no! You think I'd ever grumble to some nameless creep like you? You've got another thing coming. I refuse.
You'll remember me when we meet. I promise. So here's the deal. Get on today's last ferry to Toba Port. Come alone. Got it?
I think that. I mean, this can't be a trap. It is a trap, but this can't be something that. I think it might be necessary. I understand. What, Sato? I don't know who you are, but I understand you're rude, selfish, and absolutely not worth listening to. So do us a favor and never contact me again.
Oh, come on. Is that really how you're gonna play it? Listen, if you don't show up and I say, I'll tear through every dumbass in this island. Slice them all to fucking pieces. Sound good to you? That's what happens when people defy me. No mercy. Just judgment.
What?
So I'll say once more, my dear Osato. If you don't want this island to be a bloodbath, get on the last ferry. Come to Toba Port. Alone. This is your last chance. You get that, right?
When you say no mercy, just punishment, what exactly are we talking about here?
You know. I have this little curse power, and let's just say it can be pretty fucking potent.
Another curse.
I guess I could show it off by cursing every woman on the island. Kill them all off, one by one. How's that sound? That way, everyone else in the island will see the one girl who doesn't die and, well, guess your secret's out.
No.
So yeah, better do as I say. No point fighting it. I already got an assassin mixed up in the locals. Everything's set.
An assassin? Mixed up with the locals?
Yeah, and they're fucking nuts. Gave him a curse and they were way too thrilled to use it. Dead serious too. I was like a psycho killer. You get those sometimes. Natural killers. Pretty sure they've already made their move. Unless I call them off, they sure ain't stopping.
Is he being serious?
I'll check with you again after the first body drops, but I really recommend you make it
the smart choice before that. Anywho, Fairy's leaving soon, so TikTok, my dear Osato. Don't keep me waiting. What? What? This is bad. You heard that all, right? Yep. Killing people with curses. No way. Right? Oh well. Oh well. The last ferry leaves in, what, less than an hour now? If we don't get on it, the whole island's in trouble. All that talk about curses and killing people, we still have no idea who that even was. Felt like he knew something about your past, too. Yeah, and as far as I can remember, I honestly have no idea who that is. They know about Unkaku Dono and his research, so they're definitely involved in this in some way or another. Then maybe it's someone who doesn't get along with Unkaku Dono and wants to steal you away from him. Makes sense. Trying to help me is probably just a front, so his real goal has something to do with that. Or maybe he just acted like he knew you to put you at ease. Could be. But he really wanted to put me at ease. I don't think he had the right tone. Yeah, that attitude is anything but reassuring. Like, was he actually serious? Think he'd go along with all that just because he barked it at you? Not to mention threatening to curse people on the island to death. It's hard to tell how serious he was. Well, one thing's clear at least. He's bad news. Oh wait, someone's coming home. Well, well, well. I came back. Osato. Maybe you best tell the old man about the phone call. No. Yeah. What's wrong, girl? Looks like you've seen a ghost. Oh, well, we just got a strange, threatening phone call. Oh? Tell me more. So nobody we don't even know wants you to send off to the last ferry today. They said if I don't go, the island will be stuck with no mercy, just punishment. Bah! He's trying to snatch you out from under Ukakudono's nose. Always some fools trying to play smart. Well, a stunt like that wouldn't just get you on Ukakudono's bad side. It'd be a hell of a lot worse than that. Ignore that fool's call. You go to Ukakudono tomorrow. This is planned. Okay. Oh yeah! I should have totally said something earlier, but I'm totally against this whole sacrifice nonsense. Hey old man, if we lift that curse of the raging waves before tomorrow, then Sato doesn't have to be offered as a sacrifice, right? Oh yeah, that's possible. That curse has stumped even the finest sorcerer I know. You need solid proof that it was broken. That's fine. Well, what else they say? Something about an assassin? Yeah, they said someone wielding a curse power has been mixed with the locals and is already proceeding with their plans. Think it could be true? Most likely bluffing. A lot of folks look into it just in case. By the way, we nab the assassin first, there's nothing to worry about. This is my Kamishima, and I don't like hearing we have unknowns mixed with my people. Seeing as we're being threatened by a curse, couldn't you ask that sorcerer you trust to help us deal with it?
Not happening. Too short notice. Even just one consultation takes a whole month of back and forth with the plant manager for an appointment. Not to mention, you can't even imagine how much it costs. You don't trouble someone like that over some damn fool's prank call, which is probably just a bluff.
Seriously? They're that big of a deal? I guess neither of the two we bumped into yesterday were the sorcerer then.
What are you talking about?
Yesterday, we spoke to a man and a woman in traditional clothes who asked where this place was. They didn't stop by?
Right. Yeah. Some shady-looking fools came around there. They said something about a great storm curse drawing near me and told me I should warn everybody to prepare for evacuation.
Wait. So, even people from outside the island know this curse of the raging waves? But then, who exactly were they?
Beats me. Claim they were the police or some such. Something smelled fishy to me. They were rambling on about mummies and whatnot. Didn't make a lick of sense. Ain't got time to mess with folks like that. Told them I already knew and I had them get lost. Anyone with even the slightest spirit sense can tell the island's been affected by a curse right now. They were just scam artists using that to spout nonsense to squeeze out donations. Bunch of crooked psychologists and psychics, that is. Got no time to be dealing with folks like that.
Is that all that really was? Something about it is nagging at me. Is the curse of the raging waves definitely real?
I already told you it's as real as they get.
So, what are you gonna do now, old man?
First off, Sato ain't going anywhere. Stay put till the last ferry docks back on the mainland.
You sure that's safe?
Curses or not, there's no way anyone's going to just go around killing a whole bunch of old people. It just ain't practical. That said, someone's sneaking in as an assassin. But that can happen.
I see.
Bah! Even the curse is just a bluff. They're clearly playing something. Ain't no way I'll let it slide. Threatening or not, just me but Ukadono, they regret messing with us. I'll smoke them by myself and I'm gonna go verse all that bullshit.
Yikes, he's pissed.
You two stay right there. Got it. Ah!
Oh, nah. Not the old traditional, like, what's it called? The good or reliable, like, gotta, like, rage bait, like, the patriotic dude into, like, having a major crash out. I gotta tell Wakamura that the Clivedale horses are praying to Mecca. And then he just storms outside. He's gone. Sped out like a bullet. So, what now? He told us to wait here, but I mean, we're not dorks. We're not gonna actually follow those rules. Well, we don't need to catch the ferry anymore. Still, feels like a waste of time just sitting here. Let's go see if I can find Suya. Sounds good. Could find a way to stop the curse of the raging waves. There'd be no reason to sacrifice you. Let's go.
About an hour and a half later.
Well, we definitely learned a lot more after speaking with Suya. Tsukasa. Damn it. Listen, there's no way I'm letting them sacrifice you. Not for anything. Thanks, Tsukasa. Sorry I got so worked up. Don't worry about it. That's just who you are. I guess the last ferry should be reaching the mainland by now. Yeah, I think the old man. Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. Think the old man managed to find that assassin? Let's go see what's going on outside. Not like we have much else to do now. Yeah.
All right, let's get out. Unless there's what's it called? Are there any stickers? Did someone that you? Ah,
What are we supposed to do now? Kameshimaru, help us out here. Kameshimaru, give me strength.
Give her the dick.
I mean, I guess.
let's see. Gotta go to Chuo Street. Sorry, it was like a goat noise.
Oh, look! It's Shotaro.
Hey, you two! Perfect timing. My old man's been stomping around with this wild look on his face, asking people if they've seen anyone suspicious. You two know anything about that?
Actually, we do. Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of rage baited him. I didn't think that saying the Clivesdales prayed to Mecca was gonna be such a big deal to him, but he really got mad. He stormed out. We're gonna have to eat Cold's barbecue during the game. So I guess he's trying to track down that assassin who's been blending in on the island somewhere. Wow. So people really do announce threats like that over the phone. Still, I'm glad the old man didn't take the bait. That was probably the right call. But it's not just Dukaku Dono's people after you. And if it's not that, then we've got a new problem on our hands.
Yep. Tsukasa.
Hey, I shouldn't be here. I think I have something to pick up. Man, my milk is expiring. I need to go to the store to get some milk.
Tsukasa, don't mess this up. Don't mess it up. He's a dreamboat right in front of you. You gotta confess. And do it now.
Alright guys, see y'all later. Going to grab milk.
Don't mess it up.
Okay. We really should apologize for missing that meeting earlier. Yeah. If this so-called assassin really has slipped in amongst the people, running around blindly like my old man won't get us anywhere. We don't have enough to go off of yet, so it's hard to say anything for sure. But at the very least, I'd be looking for people with regular contact with those off the island.
Right. Anyone who's rarely leaving the island isn't really a likely suspect. So that means people like Shotaro and me who live off the island most of the time are the most suspicious?
Given the situation, yes. You know, it's also possible that the caller and the assassin are both working for Ukaku Dono.
Wait, why would you think that?
It's possible that he either never had the means to lift the curse of the raging waves, like he promised, or he never intended to hand it over in the first place.
Oh, I get it. Way he could just get Sato without keeping his end of the bargain. Plus, he could also then turn around and pin everything on your old man.
Exactly. Sharp as ever, Tsukasa.
Thanks.
Either way, if someone like that really is out there, we need to stay on guard.
Definitely. Sorry about missing our meeting today. I was the one who asked and ended up standing you up. Something urgent came up and I couldn't make it. Ah, right that. Well, stuff happens. I'm not mad or anything. I do wish you'd brought it up a little sooner. Right. Sorry. Mind telling me exactly what happened? Something unexpected came up and kind of threw off my whole schedule. So you can't say any more than that? Not even going to tell me what you wanted to talk about? Yeah, I can't tell you that yet either. Sorry. Right. Well, whatever. Let's just say you owe me one. Owe you one? Yeah, sometime when I need it, you'll have to do something for me. Wait! That's not fair! It's not her fault. I'm the one who caused all the problems today. You see, I was actually the one who... Tsukasa, stop. This isn't the time for that. Hey, Sato, this is my chance. Sato, just when you puffed me up and said I could confess, you're like, now's not the time for you, Tsukasa. But if I don't, you'll... Whoa. Why do I feel like I'm the bad guy here? You're the one who didn't show up. No, you're not the bad guy. It really is my fault. I'm sorry. It's on me. Sato didn't do anything wrong. Okay, relax. For the sake of your friendship, I'll let it slide. Let's just reschedule for another time. Right. Thank you. Things are a little hectic today. We can talk about that more another time. So, about getting you out of this whole sacrifice mess. Yes, about that. I've been thinking, and maybe it's best we leave Tokyo today. I've been thinking, and maybe it's best if we leave for Tokyo together the first thing tomorrow. Lay low for a while. Yeah, I know. It looks like I'm just using this chaos as an excuse. But, at this point, I don't think I can offer any other options. What do you think? Well, first off, thanks for thinking it over for me. But would it be okay if I gave you a little more thought? Sure, but if you take the ferry, my old man will catch on. You want to go? It'll have to be on a small boat, quietly, just after dawn. I'll need time to set things up, so I need your answer by tonight. Okay, I'll think it through. Huh? What's wrong? Haha. Looks like you got something caught on your bangs. Oh no, how embarrassing. Haha! You always seem so calm and collected. Well, I guess everyone has their moments. Where? You want me to take a look? No. It's okay. I still got that hand mirror on me. Let's take a look. There it is. Is that a feather? When did that get on there? Oh man, that a fish scale. Got it. That looks better. What the? What the hell is that? Is something wrong, Sato? There's something behind me. Huh? What was that? I should check. Sato, what's wrong? I could have sworn it was around here. There's nothing there. Maybe I imagined it.
What? Oh. Shit, that hurts. Ah! Well, what happened? Damn it. It hurts. It hurts. It got straight through me. My insides are on fire. This is it, isn't it? It just died. How? What happened? Oh, Tsukasa. Sorry. It got me. So this is power of the curse. It's real. I saw something for a split second and then it cut me down. Okay, just relax. Breathe. Nice and slow. This is bad. People are coming over. It's turning into a scene. Oh no. Not here. Everyone will see. Damn it. Everyone will know I can heal. What do I do? They're all panicking. No choice. Just act dazed, clueless, then run away while I can. Ah. Oh man. I just died. Oh man, I gotta do 2 of these quests. We're gonna do some Arnav. After collecting info on mermaids and returning to their inn, Avi and Cersei have a meeting to plan up their true objective, the treasure hunt. Date unknown. Now then, I believe it's time to discuss our strategy. Chef, what do you mean by strategy? It should be obvious. We must reflect on all that we've learned if we want to gather more info and move forward. Oh? Is this the business card from the guy we met earlier? It is! We managed to glean some surprisingly good info from that exchange. First things first, let's head back to the inn. From there, we can make our next move. Pardon me, would the lovely lady and the handsome gentleman be willing to spare me the moment? Oh, why yes, the gentleman does have some time. I suppose what makes me a lady then. I suppose that makes me the lady then. Oh, it's you. You've been following us for some time. He has. For how long? Since the Issei Grand Shrine, I believe. Truly, but maybe you could keep me apprised of things like this in the future, Cersei. It appears I wasn't as stealthy as I thought. My apologies for the indiscretion. But you see, the two of you piqued my interests. Foreigners in Issei Bay, searching for mermaids. You overheard everything! How embarrassing. Avi, hollering won't lessen the embarrassment.
How rude of me. I ought to introduce myself. I'm an event planner here in Ise City. My name is Kipe Ikoma. Oh, a fancy business card and everything. What a charming fellow. Let's see. Salad planning, eh? And it says here you're the CEO. I'm actually the only employee, so the title doesn't mean much. I see. I apologize for the rudeness, but I actually just ran out of business cards on my own. Did you ever have any? Eek, I'd heard you needed business cards in Japan if you wanted to avoid looking suspicious. But I still forgot any. But the freewheeling and forgetful man before you goes by the name Arnav Barnum, a fantasy author who's merely passing through. Do you believe me, or am I just too suspicious? Without a business card of proof, the verdict is yours alone to make. So you're an author, Mr. Barnum? Please, call me Avi. This is Cersei. She has been studying more Japanese history than even the average Japanese citizen. It's a pleasure. If you'd like, I can list the top 100s of Issei's best features at any time. Aren't you a delight? I was right to take an interest in you two. Like, this guy has a very suspicious smile. But who knows? What's it called? Looks are deceiving. Director of salad planning, venture marketing, venture company focused on planning and tourism. Ambitious young man is both highly driven, extraordinarily tenacious when it comes to fulfilling his goals. PR project on mermaids. Oh, what's it called? He's doing mermaid marketing. About 6 years ago, with the support of wealthy tycoon Yoshiatsu Yamashina, Kipe moved to Ise. From the countryside with nothing but the clothes on his back and an eye to make a fortune. What's it called? A tycoon granted Kipe an investment where he started his current company. Kipe often told that he looks old for his age, but seeing as is not, but as this means he's not taken lightly when he does business, he sees it as an advantage. I think it's only kind of like around the eyes and how gaunt his cheeks are, but I feel like there's parts of him that still look pretty young. You just look like you don't get as much sleep. Forgive me for my bluntness. Would you mind sparing me a few moments? I'd love to talk a little longer. Suppose that could be arranged. This young man's actually a CEO, though I'm not sure I'd call him young. His gaze has a piercing quality to it, and there's something off about his smile. Everything about him feels older than he looks. The truth is, I'm currently planning a promotional tourism campaign for the Ise-Shima region. I was thinking of using mermaid legends as a centerpiece for the campaign. Mermaids, huh? I'm sure you have already been quite aware of the mermaid legends of Ise Bay, yes? I thought we could hold events and exhibitions centered around such legends to attract tourists. I see. So that's why you're interested in mermaids. Additionally, the Ise-Shima region is also famous for its pearls. I believe mermaids and pearls naturally complement one another. True. There's also a famous legend that a mermaid's tears turn to pearls when they're washed away by the ocean. So is sea foam. Oh, such a story should do wonders for driving tourism in the area. Man, we just have to wait until the end of the decade and then we can market like this entire island off of the Little Mermaid. But if we're still in the early to mid 80s, we still have quite a bit of time. There is nothing marketable about mermaids that we have. Aside from that one Tom Hanks movie, but like, I feel like, what's it called? That one's just mostly well known because I think there's a boob. It got censored out of like the Disney Plus free release.
Does this project mean you're knowledgeable about mermaids in Ise then, Mr. Ikoma? I suppose it does. I know a fair bit. For example, there are some mermaid legends that most people have never heard of. Oh? Do share. A long time ago, there was an island south of Kamishima known as Taishima. Have you heard of it? I'm afraid I haven't. Rings a bell. It was also called Taishima by some. Oh, that's absolutely right. It is said to have It is said that once upon a time, 3 mermaids lived on Taishima. Wow, 3 of them! Tell me, were they human mermaids or fish mermaids? Human mermaids? Well, I suppose their upper bodies were human, so I suppose you could describe them as such. I see. Then that would separate them from the 3 mermaids discovered in Betsuo during the Heian period.
Oh, this is the first I've heard of this tale.
However, Taishima sunk about 400 years ago during a natural disaster. I'll be right back a second. Got to go to the bathroom. This is the emergency. around that. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Mermaids seem to have vanished after that. What? That's such a shame. Regardless, it said that the 3 mermaids were named Sobai, Yagame, and Hayase. So the mermaids were named that too, huh? That definitely adds to the authenticity of the story. Pardon me, Mr. Ikoma. I never came across such concrete information. Where'd you learn this? I don't blame you for questioning my sources. I also haven't managed to find any records of this tale. You see, the story was passed down through word of mouth. As it turns out, there was a single man who managed to escape the island's destruction. His descendants have kept the legend alive. Ah, so it's one of those descendants you heard the stories from. That's right. They live a modest, private life these days. When the story comes straight from a descendant like that, it does lend it some credibility. I'd love to inquire deeper about these Taishima mermaids. If you don't mind, could you share the identity of this descendant you speak of? My apologies, but I'm afraid I cannot oblige. She's not the friendliest sort. Frankly, even I have trouble getting her to open up. No matter how many times I visit her, I always feel like I'm only getting part of the story. I see. That's a real shame. Now, this may not be much consolidation, or of a consolation, but I have another interesting rumor I would like to share. Oh? I'm all ears. It concerns one of the rumored Taishima mermaids. It is said that a few decades ago, one of those mermaids turned human and now lives among us. Oh man, when the imposter's sus. No kidding! She became human? It does ring a bell though. Why, that's exactly the story of the Little Mermaid! What an exciting discovery! You say this is only a few decades ago. That makes it quite recent. This former mermaid could even be walking among the people here as we speak. If the story were true, then yes. However, I'll concede that even I find this story hard to believe. It is a little fantastical. By the way, may I ask why you're searching for Isebai mermaids, Avi? No particular reason. I just thought it'd be fun to wander through some sightseeing areas related to mermaid folklore. That's all. I see. Well, since you traveled all the way out to Japan to sightsee, I'd love to ask you some questions. Was there anything missing from the areas you visited that you think you might? Was there anything missing from the areas you visited that you think might make your trip more enjoyable? What about those photo spots you put your face in? I know those. I love them. Really? Are they that interesting? They're a Japanese tourism classic. It would be nice to see more of them. Agreed. If I saw one, I would certainly take a photo with it. Oh, and please sell more of those little pennant flags. I can't resist them. I see. I truly appreciate your input, but perhaps things are fine as they are. Should you discover anything new regarding the area's mermaids, please let me know. Understood. We hope you'll do the same for us. Amazing. A brand new mermaid legend. The real question is, why? Why? There's a long history of people making up legends to drive tourism. Such stories linger on, despite their veracity being entirely
unverifiable.
I suppose. Is something the matter?
It's nothing.
It's nothing. Well, that's about time for us to get going.
Yes, of course.
Thank you, and I apologize again for taking so much of your time. Actually, since you've come all the way to Japan... If anything happens to you during your vacation here, or you need any other help at all, please, feel free to give me a call. I'm quite familiar with all sorts of businesses in this area. For example, I could put you in touch with someone should you be looking for interviewing divers. Oh, really? That's quite fascinating. And very kind. You're not just saying it as a formality, are you? Free-spirited lad like myself will not just hesitate to take you up in an offer like this. I will call you. Please, don't hold back. I'll leave you two to your sightseeing. Please, have a good time. Whoop. Oh. If mermaids really did live on Taishima, it's certainly worth investigating. A porcelain ashtray that came with the room. They're found just about anywhere, so one can smoke without worries. That being said, I've noticed people outside still simply drop their cigarettes on the ground. Well, I wasn't a smoker to begin with. Some of these notes I've taken, the information in them is not substantive, and likely of no use. This is a sketch of the mermaid money I found in our family storage. Bringing it along would have been out of question if I settled on just bringing the picture. Oh, that's right. I still haven't told Cersei why I'm searching for mermaids. Be right back, just a split second to turn on some lights. I won't be too long, so I'm not gonna do the BRB. Alright, all good. Just what's it called? Just switching into something more comfortable. Up. That's a sketch, and
This map looks quite old.
exactly. It's also the precise reason I've come to Mie. To put it simply, this is no ordinary map. This is the Mermaid Treasure map. Trash map.
Treasure map. This is the mermaid treasure map.
Sorry, like my, what's it called? Hard to read. My mermaid treasure chap. A chest and a map together. Either a mess or a fine chap. To put it simply, there's no ordinary map. This is a mermaid treasure map.
A mermaid treasure map?
Allow me to explain. I found this mermaid treasure map in the family storage. I should explain it to Cersei. I found this map in the old storage, left behind by my great-grandmother.
She's your great-grandmother. That would make her my great-grandmother's sister. I heard she was exiled from the Lunar Light family because of her eccentricities.
That's correct. She was quite fond of the occult and amassed a number of suspicious curios over her lifetime. As a child, I loved searching through the storehouse that housed her collection. It was like a treasure hunt of wonders. A demon's tail, a yeti's bone, a book of black magic, Ogopogo's tooth, a piece of a UFO, a crystal skull. I can't vouch that any of it was authentic, but it was still so exciting to look through. It is no exaggeration when I say that this is the very storehouse that led me down the path to become a fantasy writer. I suppose that's the kind of formative experience an occult writer needs. Just so. I have my great-grandmother to thank for. I have to thank my great-grandmother. She's the reason I can put food on the table. And among them items in the collection was this. I see. A mermaid mummy. Precisely. They were rather prevalent at sideshows and the like all over the world in the 19th century. Mermaid mummies from Japan were quite popular because of higher quality. A number of them even made their way to Europe. Huh? This one probably made its way to the family storage around that time. It was probably passed from one seller to another until it ended up in my great-grandmother's hands. How are you so sure it was made in Japan? Well, you see, I gave this mummy a thorough investigation. I even took it apart, sure enough. It was made of wood and paper clay. And lo and behold, I also found this map inside. Truly? You found a map inside the mummy? Whoever made it all those years ago must have snuck the map inside. I doubt my great-grandmother has the slightest idea it was even in here. That's an incredible discovery. Or simply tantalizing, is it not? There's no doubt in my mind it'll lead to more thrilling discoveries. So why did you call this a mermaid's treasure map? Well, it was hidden inside a mermaid mummy, so it follows it must be a treasure map of sorts. No? I see. Your enthusiasm has carried you quite a ways from home. I'm impressed. Thank you. I have no doubt our treasure lies somewhere in Issei Bay. What a shame there's no X to mark the spot. Indeed. This leads us to our first conundrum. Any idea on how to decipher this map, Cersei? Put me on the spot, why don't you? But it does look like something's written here. Do you know what it says? Oh, that part. I actually did some research on that. Apparently it says, search the 95th. Search the 95th? That sure makes it sound like it leads to a secret location of some sorts. Yes, and it must be related to mermaids. Aren't you just itching to find it? You know it. I knew it. I'm counting on you to help me solve this map's rizzle. Oh, wait, I just remembered. Huh? You said you can douse, no? Can't you just douse for the treasure? Then we can skip this whole map and riddle business altogether. I apologize, but that's impossible. Truly? But why? Dowsing is usually used to find waterways, veins of ore, and other such things. My dowsing, however, can be used to find people and objects imbued with spiritual power. However, I must be familiar with the spiritual power that I'm looking for. I see. In other words, you wouldn't be able to find the treasure you've never seen or heard of. Yes. The distance from which I can detect the source
Also depends on how strong the spiritual power is.
That's not quite the superpower I thought it was.
I say, we've had enough of this diversion. Let's get back to investigating your map.
I say we've had a... Let's take a good look. Oh?
Did you notice something? It looks like there's something written on the other side.
I see. I knew I must have missed something. I should carefully hold the edge when I want to look at the other side. Up. Up.
Take a close look at all the spots in the back of the map.
Oh, those? I dismissed them as a bunch of stains.
Do you really think that's all they are? Something about those spots seem familiar.
Oh, wait a second. Oh, those are... Yeah. I would have guessed it's over 100 years old. Don't know how old it is. Yeah, these are... This is where... These are pot spots. Eureka! Inspiration strikes! I figured it out!
Did you? Where's the treasure?
Oh, wait. Oh, fuck.
Huh, why is that?
It felt right. Hope you don't mind asking. Bap, 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 bap. 1, 2, 3. Is it that third one? Oh, flip it over. One. I've no doubts it's here. Behold. Shine some light under the riddle. Extra lights. Morimote laid back in. Barely tell the different fish we've been served last night. What kind of fish? A poster advertising Kamishima. I'd love to make a visit to a remote island like that. Kame means turtle, doesn't it? L shape is actually a towel rack. Normally it's used to hang kimonos, but this one's quite simple. Quite knowledgeable. My bag. My faithful bag. Yeah, I don't think I've actually looked at this. Oh, I see. Let me hold this bad boy up. I'm on fire now. No more mistakes for me. I've no doubts it's here.
Oh, and what makes you say so?
Why, it's that simple. This is the very spot that marks the answer to our riddle. Oh no, I forgot the location. Issei Bay. Seriously, I can't imagine it's actually Issei Bay. Oh no, I gotta actually look into this. Alright. The Mie Prefecture. Issei Shima. Issei Bay. Issei City. Futami Gaora. You're telling me... Kamishima. Oh. That's off of this end. Isn't that Taishima? They were south of Kamishima. I'd say this map was made before the Taishima sank then. That makes sense. It was made during the Senkoku era. So Taishima. An island to the south of Kamishima. This was made before Taishima sank then. But let me actually look at where... Taishima. An island previously known to the south has vanished sometime, referred to as Taishima, no official record. In the residents of Iseshima. Curse of the island sank with it. The island's situated between its area proximity, population with turtle. Famous for the cars, it's a popular area for tourists. Oh, dang it. Is it Taeshima? Ah! Let me try again. This one is Toba City. Let's see. Let me see. Two. Oh, the 95th. Wait. Would you call it the 95th, though? Oh. Oh. That's what they mean by search then. Wait, is there a 95th entry? So it would be the files for the Tale of Issei. Episode 9, episode 23, 69, 95. Hikoboshi. Hikoboshi or Hime. There's like a specific city that's attached to that, right? Futami Gara? Oh no. Yamato Hime Futami. Oh. Toba City? I already like Toba City. Tsu City. No. Betsuo? Nope. Ano Town. Kamishima. No. Meshima, no, it's a logo. Oh. Oh, Hikoboshi, it's Altair. Yeah. Oh, I gotta flip it. Allow me to explain, you see. The 95th in the riddle must be referring to the 95th tale in the Tales of Issei. And the title of that is none other than Hikoboshi. Next note out of the Summer Triangle constellation is drawn on the back. Location of Hikoboshi or Altair corresponds to this very spot on the map. Incredible. I should have expected nothing less. You truly are a genius, Avi. Ha! Nothing compares to the rush of a breakthrough. Let's keep riding that high. I figured out where the treasure lies. I'm keen to investigate, but I should confirm other matters first. You may know about where to look, but it's far too large of an area to start searching. And to be frank, I didn't just come here to solve the map's riddle. My real goal is to find an actual mermaid. Oh yes, I had a feeling that's what it was. So if you already knew, exorcists sure have some keen instincts. What will you do if you find a mermaid? Do you want to become immortal? I suppose. Might as well, considering the trouble finding one will be. Your reasoning is unexpectedly uninspired. Simple enough as it may, I find the idea quite romantic, akin to ascending to a new stage of humanity. Sure, I guess. I take it you disagree with my thinking, Cersei. I fail to see why my opinion should matter here. What you do is a decision to make. Though I am certain that immortality, I'm not certain an immortal can still be called human. Still, your decision's irrelevant to my duties, so I will try not to interfere. Actually, meeting an immortal would be a rare opportunity, a once-in-a-lifetime chance. Please transcend humanity and let me examine you. I'd prefer if you didn't speak to me like a research specimen, but I'll overlook it for now. Though I do wonder if immortality would rather actually give you any happiness. When you look into old folk tales, it tends to be a blessing. Less, and more of a curse. Jeez, don't say that after I've made my mind up and everything. Well, I'm certain you'll be alright. If you tire of immortality, you'll only need to embark on a journey, like the modern-day Yao Bikuni. That's one way to look at it, though I think the nun part might be an issue. Well, I shouldn't get too far ahead of myself. There's no immortality to be had till I find the mermaid flesh to bite into. So let's start there.
Understood. I'm also quite interested in finding a mermaid myself. Even if we were to search on the map, how are we supposed to search for a place like that? Looking for an unknown object somewhere on a large swath of seafloor seems a bit of an impossible task.
You're right, that does sound difficult. We might have to ask our friendly CEO for help.
He did give us his card. However, that would mean we would have to inform him of the map.
No other way about it. In addition, should we find anything, I imagine he'll expect a share of the spoils. I really wanted to keep it all to myself. Sharing's the worst.
I understand, but we have no other choice.
It's a shame, but I suppose you're right. We should contact him as soon as we can. Oh man, do we have some diving? We might have some diving. Just gotta like get my arm stretched out a bit. Alright. Hello, this is Akoma. I'm calling about that seafloor investigation. I asked an Alma diver to investigate the area because I was keen on getting results as soon as possible. However, she's not returned. Which is why we've headed out there ourselves to assess the situation. We've got nothing else to do after all.
So we asked an armor diver to investigate the seafloor area. I guess in a place like this, it would be faster to hire an armor than a regular diver. Even in this age, you could still get some armors to do contracted divers. Huh.
It appears she was contacted to investigate about an hour, which point she was to return even if Andy hadn't been. I suppose the intent was just for her to survey the area to start with. However, several hours passed with no word of the divers. I could see why Ikoma's worried. We'll start by checking the location. You request a police search after, if need be. Cersei, do you have a bad feeling about this?
I do, ever since we first heard of it.
I see.
There's a strong negative spirit energy in the air that's only intensified as we approach the spot. Something happened here.
The armor diver didn't make it back, huh? Is it safe for us to go?
I have a talisman that repels evil. It should be fine.
Well, if you say so, worst comes to worst, we'll reunite in the afterlife.
Understood. Leave it to me. This is something.
Oh, must be the armor diver's boat.
Let me break back for just a second. Alright, I'm back. That must be the armor diver's boat. There doesn't seem to be anyone around. How unsettling. You're right. There's something terrible here.
Is it really that bad?
It is. I can tell even from a distance. It's coming from the bucket. It's saturated with sinister spiritual energy. There's some real powerful curse inside.
Inside the bucket? Does that mean the armor diver found something at the seafloor and brought up to the surface? And perhaps succumbed to the curse while trying to get it out?
Yes, unfortunately. As we cannot say for certain what misfortune this curse may have called forth, we need to remain cautious.
You dispel curses, Cersei?
It depends on the curse itself. I believe I may be able to handle one of this caliber.
That's a relief. Is it really safe for us to approach that boat, though?
It is. It's fine. For me, at least.
Understood. If anything happens to me, then I'll leave the rest to you.
Oh my. There's a small metal box in the bucket. That has to be the source.
Can we take it?
Yes, provided I can overpower the malice that engulfed it.
Ha!
That's it. It should be safe to touch now. I'll leave that part to you.
No problem. Pretty heavy. What do you think this box is exactly?
It appears to be quite old. It likely dates back to the same time period as your map. Here, take a look at the symbol on the top. Recognize it from anywhere?
Oh, that's a strange symbol we saw on the map.
It's thus fair to say the map was leading us towards this exact box.
That only makes its identity all the more intriguing. There's some strange lines on the side. Perhaps there's a sort of pattern. It appears if you open the top but it's not budging at all, it would take quite a lot of strength to force it open.
I believe the box has been sealed with a powerful spiritual energy. Probably sealed by a skilled sorcerer a long time ago. I doubt it will open by any normal means.
I feel something shifting whenever I turn it. There must be some kind of mechanism inside.
Now I suppose you want to align the box with the spiritual energy in place.
In English, please.
It's likely the mechanism for unlocking the box is activated by orienting the box in the right directions, in the right order.
I see. So I have to figure out where to point it. Leave it to me. Now then, I open this metal box. Okay, we got 1, we got 3, we got 2, we got 4. Let's see. One has this giant line on the top, or giant cracks. 3 has the cracks on the side. 2 has cracks in the middle. And 4 has small cracks at the top. So the big difference between 3 and 2. One's a little lower. To reorient the box in the right direction, but what's the right way?
It's possible this area is key to getting the box open, so why don't you try figuring it out before leaving? The weather's great, something's outside, it's frightful too. Scare me. Oh, it's looking at the map. This is definitely the spot indicated by the map. Just gonna put this bowl away. What? Alright, so it'd be... having a look at this. Point at the side of the box towards the empty space. Oh, part of it's, what's it called? Finding the angle. So it would probably be around there, in that angle-ish. It's hard to kind of read which parts are land and which ones are water, so I guess we're on water here. Yeah, I guess it would be this in-between space. Oh. Oh, I think this makes sense. You're trying to deal with the you're trying to make the ridge here. It's not this one. We're getting warm. We're getting warm. I can feel it. Oh, there we go. Oh, felt something move inside. Must be on the right track. Nice. Keep it up. Okay. I gotta find places that have like a coast on it. So that one got unlocked.
Come on. Let's try the second one. So this is kind of a semi-ridge. There we go. Alright, I'm on fire. That's 2. Now I gotta try 3. That should be... maybe over here. There we go. It's here, I found it. Good job. Just 1 left. That's number 4. Now where might you be? Oh! Yes, it's open! Congratulations! What's inside? Let's see. Huh? What is this? Some kind of small wooden carving? Oh? Ah! Whoa, something came out! Yikes! What is it? Make it stop! A deep, painful, resentful memory has invaded my mind. You have acquired a curse of a forsaken fish curse stone. You can use it to turn people into fish and kill them when they are submerged in the water of Issei Bay. It can even be used as a distance, providing the target meet the requirements. I have found the tool to turn people into fish? I'm starting to see the possibilities here. You don't think we can get, like, all of the world's leaders, like, to take a bath on Issei Bay, right? Just keep them in the water, not having to deal with, like, what's it called? Conflict. What the hell was that? I'm not certain. So I believe we may have just acquired a curse tool, known as the Curse Stone. However, they're rarely possessed by such powerful curse echoes. How lucky. You truly are congratulating me, then I'll happily celebrate with you, but can I ask something first? Of course. Am I cursed? Am I going to die? I wouldn't say you're cursed per se. There's a similar case in Tokyo last year. Oh! Hold on a minute. I can't think straight. This is far too overwhelming. An incredible amount of information just flooded my mind now. I need a moment to settle before I can take in anything else. You must mean the resentful memory held by the curse. It's a phenomenon wherein the events leading up to the curse forming are passed on to the curse bearer so that the grudge will spread. Oh, and the curse bearer referring to someone who's haunted by the curse echo, and thus is able to use the curse. Stop! I already told you I can't take new info! You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? I think I just learned why Taishima sunk 400 years ago. Let me sort of all figure that out first. Really? Tell me. Yeah, give me a minute. Thank you for investigating the situation for me. I was involved in an accident many years ago, so I can't bring myself to go out to sea anymore. You've been a tremendous help. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. We actually got our hands on something quite valuable, so we owe you thanks as well. That's great. I'd love to hear more about what you discovered, if you don't mind. Of course. The Ama Diver. The diver I hired to perform this search was an Ama Diver living in Toba City by the name of Tamika Suma. I thought there was never any way we could pull off the search, but that's when she agreed to take on my request. I feel terrible what happened. I can only hope that she's still out there somewhere, unharmed. She had no way of knowing how dangerous this job was. Please, I'm the one who sent her out there. If there's any blame to take, it's me. But still, what exactly happened out there? About that, let's start with the metal box the Ama Diver found. Please do. It appears Miss Suna decided to take on my commission alone, set out by sea by herself. Perhaps things would have ended differently if there had been a boatman with her. So basically, this is a wooden carving we found inside the metal box. I see. So your path indicated the location of this wooden carving. We believe so. The question is why? Why go out the way to not just hide it, but conceal the map in a mermaid mummy? How very intriguing. I suppose a carving like that could have had some value back in the day, but to go through all this effort to preserve it like this. I believe that what it was preserved for wasn't the carving itself, but the mermaid's memory was stored inside of the curse. Dun dun dun! The curse. Dun dun what now? That's right! In other words, the one who made the box entrusted it with a message, and here we are, the recipients. Please calm down. I'm feeling quite lost. I know you're quite excited, but I think we have no choice but to start explaining, Curse. That's right, it's Curse chit-chat time. You may have been a little too rational in believing that you may be a bit too rational to believe in what I'm about to tell you, Mr. Ikoma. Even so, I ask that you try your best. Huh? You're ready to hear it. I'm ready to say it. Come, give me your answer in the next 3 seconds. 3? I'm prepared. Please tell me. I see. So the Taishima mermaid known as the Hayase was killed by raiders. The hatred she left behind became the curse that entered this wooden carving. You, Avi, then inherited her curse, in addition to information from 100 years ago in the form of a resentful memory. You absorbed that all quite efficiently? I'm impressed. This is actually not the first time I heard of what happens if you touch a curse stone. Oh? Yeah, but let's save that conversation for later. More importantly, you know what actually went down in Taishima 100 years ago? That's right, I know the truth, all of it. What happened? What didn't? I know it. You seem a bit frazzled. Need more time to collect your thoughts? There's no need to worry. I am prepared, but it will take some time to explain. It's time to reveal what truly happened 400 years ago to Taishima and the mermaids. Please, do tell. Around 400 years ago, the area of Shima province, which included Taishima, was governed by the Kuki clan. The leader of this clan by the time was Kuki Sumitaka, and it was his duty to protect the secret of 3 mermaids living on Taishima. That must have been Sobai, Nagame, and Hayase. However, the legend that eating mermaid flesh could grant immortal life was well known. So he secretly hid them on Taishima so no one would learn of their existence. It appears Sumitaka thought the mermaids as a sacred or divine existence. The thought of seeking immortality for himself likely never crossed his mind. The land of where mermaids lived was a sanctuary he fiercely protected at all costs. In other words, Taishima was an island where people worshipped the mermaids in secret. Indeed, it meant the people living on the island were not simple commoners, but guards, tasked with protecting the sanctuary and its mermaids. Sumitaka was so dedicated to keeping the mermaids secret that he kept the existence of Taishima out of historical records. The public believed the island was entirely uninhabited. And I see, by keeping its existence hidden, he was able to keep the mermaids safe. However, the vassal of Sumitaka's uncle Yoshitaka learned about the mermaids on Taishima. He passed this info on to Yoshitaka, who believed in obtaining immortality. It was a must to rise to the top in that era that was often plagued by war. He commanded his vassal to lead his army to Taishima and do whatever he had to do in return with the flesh of the mermaid. Sumitaka and those on the island resisted, but invading armies were too powerful. The island was swiftly overrun. Ultimately, Hayase was captured and brought before the vassal. The vassal tortured her, demanding she grant him the power of immortality. But Hayase did not yield even to the most hellish torments. She screamed and cursed with despair and anger until her dying breath. How horrible. The hatred of Hayase felt the moment of her death led to the creation of the curse of the Forsaken Fish. And that is what I learned from the resentful memory inside the cursed stone. But to be honest, it's only half. Half of what? Half of the memories. The other half of the memories. The other half is the memories of the one who left behind the metal box. Namely, the story of how the curse of the Forsaken Fish became a curse stone. It appears Miss Suma decided to take on the commission alone. Perhaps things would have ended differently. Oh. Having failed to obtain immortality, the vassal flew into a rage. He had all inhabitants of Taishima slaughtered as revenge for keeping this secret. This guy was the worst. Finally, he continued to advance into a sanctuary the islands had protected down to the last man. There he destroyed the shrine. What irony that he came so close to the secret he was so desperate to find. Are you saying the other two mermaids were still in the sanctuary? No, they already fled Taishima. Actually, there were two other survivors,
Tsumitaka's adopted daughter, Prince Hatsune, who escaped the chaos of the invasion unscathed. There was one other islander who managed to survive as well, taking with him the treasure the mermaids had protected. The mermaid's treasure? This may shed some light on the descendant you spoke of earlier. Of course, she must have been the descendant of the man that escaped that day. We now know she was correct when she spoke of the 3 mermaids living on Taishima. So we do. Putting the descendants aside, let's return to 400 years ago. The Vassal's invasion and destruction of Sanctuary is like a trigger. At a reaction to the Sanctuary's fate and their own ill-deserved deaths, the sorrow and hatred from the islanders swirled forward, and formed the Curse of the Raging Waves, a natural disaster that shook the heavens when it descended upon Taishima. The curse bombarded Taishima with violent waves, winds, earthquakes, and thunder. In the final act to protect Taishima's lost sanctuary, they sank into the sea to destroy all evidence of it ever existing. They destroyed it. The small island of Taishima sunk swiftly under the waves. The vassal and all of his men were, of course, all killed thanks to the curse. But one problem remained. And that wasn't the end of it. Taishima was destroyed by natural disasters caused by the curse of the raging waves, but the calamity continued for many days. It must have seemed as though it would never end. I imagine how terrifying it must have been. Sumitaka even sought out a famous Omyoji to dispel the curse, but he was unsuccessful. The curse would eventually sink to the bottom of the sea alongside the sanctuary and be sealed there. Only then did the calamity end. Yes, it appears this curse was more powerful that it required a sacrifice to be truly sealed. A sacrifice? Not just any, but a living one. Princess Hatsune offered herself up. You said she was Sumitaka's adopted daughter, yes? That she lived in Taishima? That appears to be the case. Sumitaka was evidently so taken with her that he decided to adopt her. The rumor that she threw herself down a well was likely spread to cover up the real cause of her death. So, Princess Hatsune was actually sacrificed? The seal will hold her for 400 years. They must have hoped the curse itself would fade during that time, too. However, the curse created by Hayase also continued to linger in the same place. So the Omyoji sealed inside turned into a cursing stone. Then the same Omyoji, knowing that seal would last only 400 years, stored his memories within the cursed stone to pass on this information. He wished to pass down this knowledge for others to use in the events the curse outlasted the 400-year lifespan of the seal. He left behind instructions on how to completely dispel the curse of the raging waves. Indeed, I've compiled it in all my files. So that's what happened. And that wraps it up! I got all the info beamed into my brain in a flash, yet I still managed to present it as an enticing narrative, eh? How amazing was that? You are utterly astounding. Wow. Incredible. No, thank you. That reminds me. I meant to ask something about the metal box. If it's been lying on the seafloor for 400 years, how come it wasn't discovered till now? It was most likely sealed inside a rock or something, until a few months ago. It was sealed away until a certain amount of time has passed? No, I believe the box's unsealing may have been triggered by something. After Mitsuma found the metal box, you mean to tell me she died? It's likely. We consider the curse to be completely saturated in the metal box. It's likely already too late for her. How horrible. Since she likely turned into a fish and died soon after, there's high chance her transformed body will wash up on the shore soon. Wait a second. Is something wrong? Avi, if something's affected by the curse of the Forsaken Fish, the transformation starts at the feet, travels slowly up. Yes? I believe so. That's hard to say for sure without witnessing anything. If it's true, then it may explain the true identity of the fish mermaids discovered in this area. It could have been the bodies of those who died in the middle of transforming due to the curse. Oh, that's a convincing theory. Fish mermaids have been recorded as having only human heads or faces, or appearing human just from the chest or shoulder up. If the curse starts at the feet then travels upward, that would explain the variety of fish mermaids. The process is also so painful that most die mid-transformation. Then the curse causes the corpse to rapidly wither, forming a fibrous mass. Yeah. If I may, it may even be the true identity of your mermaid mummy. Interesting. Still, without analyzing it directly, there's no way of knowing for certain. But perhaps this is why the mermaid mummies originate from Japan, and they are of such high quality. Of course, this doesn't mean that all fish mermaids and mermaid mummies are authentic. But it means there's a possibility. A number of fish mermaids could have been victims in this case. Actually, I just remembered there were 2 points from your tale I wanted to discuss. About the events 400 years ago. My first point concerns the vassal who tortured the mermaid, in an attempt to obtain immortality. If all he needed was the mermaid's flesh, what necessity would there be in torturing her? Oh, that's true. It could mean there was a vassal that ate the mermaid's flesh that did not become immortal. So he tortured her to figure it out. As for the second observation, I have a theory about the area you described as a sanctuary. It could also refer to the entrance of Ryugu. Ryugu? It's sometimes referred to as the Eternal World or the World Beyond. In some legends, mermaids are priests who serve as the ruler of Ryugu, the god of the sea. I see. The sanctuary actually came from the entrance of Ryugu. Then it could mean the mermaids were not living in Taishima, but merely traveling there from Ryugu. Yes, I believe that to be the case. It would also explain why the destruction of this sanctuary would inspire the fury of the god of the sea. To be honest, it's difficult to believe the grudges of inhabitants of Taishima would be enough to explain what happened. How could they possibly endanger a curse powerful enough to sink in an island and linger for more than 400 years? However, it's quite easy to believe a curse from Ryugu could maintain such power.
That also explains the necessity of a living sacrifice. Of course, one would be required to seal an entrance to Ryugu. But if an entrance to Ryugu was sealed, what became of the two mermaids?
I doubt Soba and Nagame managed to return to Ryugu. I believe they may have been living here in the human world for the past 400 years, waiting for the seal to be lifted. They just hid it somewhere away from human eyes.
That's true, they've been successfully hiding it for over 400 years.
Of course, if they were to hide themselves at the bottom of the sea, it'd be practically impossible to hide them. It's also possible that they've been wandering the globe rather than infiltrating and lingering in one place.
That could explain all the mermaid sightings around the world. It could all be the same too.
Ah, all this discussion of hiding made me realize something.
What is it?
Do you recall the story Kuma told us yesterday of the mermaid who became human?
Are you suggesting she decided to join the human society because she couldn't return to Ryugu?
Here's a possibility to consider.
But that occurred only a few decades ago. Why would she decide to become human just before the seal was released?
Perhaps the circumstances changed. We can only speculate on the motivations of someone who has lived for centuries. It's possible she did not feel compelled, but decided to become human out of her own desire.
Could she have met someone that wanted to live a mortal life with? Like in the Little Mermaid?
That's certainly a possibility, and quite romantic too.
I'll have to write this down. It could make a solid novel.
Oh, I just realized something.
What is it?
You heard about this mermaid from a descendant of the Taishima survivors, yes?
That's correct. I feel it's only right that they are informed of the things we learned. We'd love to talk to her. We're quite curious about this mermaid treasure too. Must have been passed down to them through the generations. I understand. I'll probably drop by her place later anyway, since I also have to handle the matter with Miss Suma. I'll discuss it with her then. Thanks! That'd be great. And that's sad. In return, I have a favor for you to ask. Favor to ask you. Go ahead. We'll do whatever we can. You said that seal over there at the entrance to Ryugu has been lifted. Is that correct?
Yes, it's most certainly have gone through several months now.
Oh, really?
A horrible curse has been swirling around the area where Taishima used to be. It's possible the curse is the curse of the raging waves, and it surged up from Ryugu once more now that the seal's been lifted. The fact that we were able to open the metal box has proven enough the seal has faded.
That would mean the entrance to Ryugu is now open.
Well, the situation's quite unstable now, what with the curse of the raging waves seeping in through the entrance.
At any rate, what do you want us to do? There's an island called Kameshima that was located quite close to where Taishima once was. There's something I would like you to do there for me. This request has some relation to our current conversation. Oh?
Now then, Abby. We decided to tell Ikoma everything, but I know there's some information you kept from him.
Oh, did I?
Yes, something from the mermaid's memories. The real way to obtain immortality.
That's right. I see no reason to inform about it. After all, no matter what you may say about tourist attractions, this guy's also after immortality. I saw him straighten up when you talked about the mermaid being tortured because her captor required more than her flesh for immortality. Are you sure? I thought his goal, even if he had one, was to quell the curse of the raging waves. Perhaps. There's that in it too. He even asked us to go to Kamishima and find the still-tied mirror in his stead. You did mention lifting the curse required Namir as well, as the help of the Taishima descendant, right? There was also something about lifting the seal first, but I don't know what that part's all about. Well, no harm in quelling the curse, so I say we continue to cooperate for now. Agreed. Though I do wish we didn't have to approach Kamishima at all. The evil atmosphere is nauseating. However, we must consider the possibility that Ikoma actually has his sights set on the mermaids in Ryugu. It's possible he may have been searching for mermaids like us. I suppose that discussion can wait for later. First, we must find the treasure that the survivor managed to slip out of Taishima. You mean the treasure required in addition to the mermaid flesh when attempting to grant immortality? Yes, treasure known as Tamate Bako, mermaid flesh. Mermaid flesh that's been put inside and purified to have any effect. So provided one has both the flesh of a human mermaid and Tamate Bako, then immortality is indeed attainable. Boom. If we could meet with the Taishima descendant, they could probably provide us with the information on the Tamate Bako. I concur. If we could get our hands on the Tamate Bako, we wouldn't have to worry about Ikoma. However, it's likely he's weary of us already and will keep us from meeting the descendant. At the very least, we know he's cautious enough to keep our name secret. Well, that's why I asked him to hand her out her little souvenir. Ah, that's what it was about, huh? You sure we're not gonna need that iron box? I doubt we'll need it again. Plus, you can think of it as a backup plan. Regardless of what happens, we'll be able to meet with the descendant tomorrow. Let's get our hands on that mermaid treasure. Time to find a Tamate Bako. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna head out now. There's more. I gotta catch up to this part. The Arnov parts are quite a lot. Alright, I'm saving and heading out. Alright, thank y'all so much for coming along. It's really awesome to be able to stream on weekends. What's it called? Tomorrow I'm actually going to be able to stream Paper Mario. Next Sunday I wouldn't be able to, but this Sunday I definitely will. But I'm going to poke my beauty mark, poke the mic, and send out all kinds of positive vibes. So until next time.